think these drug dealers would at least keep their appointments, huh?
Doll's house. You mean the doll's house? Yeah.
I got him. Police launch Nemesis. This is Harpy.
Yep, yeah, Mick.
Yeah, we've got our target. He's heading south at 11 o'clock.
Hang on. Yeah, Mick. Yeah, we got him.
Stand by, Andy.
Okay, Matt, you're on. Let's go.
Okay, Harvey, you take port, we'll take starboard.
Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, port side, Andy. Be clear. Righto, clear. You got some cuffs, Mac? Yeah, Woodsy, grab the cuffs. You right, Matty? UKG Harpy to the Nemesis. The suspect's been apprehended.
Yeah, copy that.
So we're heading back?
Hey, look at this. Hey, have a look at this.
Dad, you got it?
It's all right, it's clear.
Is anyone driving that thing?
There's no one on deck.
Okay, let's go, let's go.
Whoa.
I'll get you in close, hang on.
Check this out.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Oh, right.
Helen, operational crime review. I need these stats updated. I mean, our primary concern here is our clearance rate.
I'll get onto it.
All right, okay. I want to love them, Helen. Results. That's what it's all about. Results, results, results.
Hooey.
The story on the yacht. Slipper tanker.
Oh, it's all a bit of a mystery, Jeff. You know, we get on there, there's sales are still up. There's a meal that's been prepared, but it's mostly all over the cabin floor. There's no one around. There's music playing. Look, we found some blood on the deck, right? Now, maybe some kids got on, you know, there's been an accident, but I don't know. Alex is trying to get on to the owners now.
What was the name of the boat?
Free Spirit. We've towed it in for crime scene to have a look at.
Right, was it related to the drug courier?
No, completely unrelated. Yep.
There's a gentleman downstairs to see you. Read the motorcycle inquiry.
Oh, right.
Get me posted, Jack.
Yeah, right. This gentleman.
He goes by the name of Mad Dog Murray. I didn't really think the Chief Inspector needed to know that.
Hey. Jack Christey.
Darren Murray, pleasure.
Oh, yeah, the constable said Mad Dog.
You know what it's like. Jack, just thought I'd give the kid a thrill. What do you think?
Well, I was after something a little bit smaller, you know, 650 or a 750, do you mind?
Yeah, I thought I'd be doing you a favour, Jack. Fireblade 900. This, Jack, is a flying machine on wheels. They haven't got a number plate.
Right.
Power to weight ratio, Jack, let me tell you, is greater than that of a Formula One race car.
Right, and it wouldn't be hot, would it, Darren?
Not a chance, Jack. Two things forbidden me, mate. That's other men's old ladies and other men's bikes. But the one thing, don't you know?
You wouldn't mind selling to a copper.
You know, we like the boys in blue, the police.
Hey, Jack. Get a room.
Oh.
Got some information for you here.
Yeah?
A runaway yacht is jointly owned by two people. How you going?
G'day.
One of them is a Dr. Terence Fisher.
Yep.
Apparently he was taking the yacht out for a leisure sale
Right, but
yesterday.
how do we know that?
Well, I spoke to the other owner. That's one Nerida Hammond.
Oh,
a
Nerida
lawyer.
Hammond. Yep, right. Okay. Darren, listen, I'll give you a call.
I know you will,
Yeah.
Jack.
Okay.
Anytime you want to come for a spin, sweetheart, you know where to come.
Yeah.
So, have we been in touch with this Dr. Fisher?
Yeah, no, I spoke to him, no one home, but the uniforms are on their way.
Right, okay.
That is a death trap.
Yeah, that's what my mother used to say. Yeah, Donna, yeah, this is Jack. Listen, can you do me a favour? Can you ring Revs and check out a motorcycle rego for me?
You are an idiot.
No, this is not a personal call. No, it's a reasonable suspicion about anyone called Mad Dog.
I reckon I was about, 6 months out of the academy. Right, we got a court over this pub brawl.
Yeah?
Anyway, she's defending this guy who stomps all over this footballer's head, right? She gets him off, not guilty.
Oh, I bet you hated that.
Well, I saw the whole thing, right? So then she gets me on the stand, completely humiliates me. Okay, I did start to lose it a little, so then she calls me unprofessional, so that just gets me ready.
Well, she's not remember you, is she?
Look, the police have just arrived. Call me if you hear anything from him. Okay, bye.
Ms. Hammond, we spoke earlier. Detective Sinclair, Sydney Water Police.
Detective Christie.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been trying Terence. There's no answer at the office, and he's not answering at home either. He just lives up the road.
Right, we've sent some officers round to the house. There doesn't appear to be anyone at home.
Right. Well, you better come in.
Yeah, we've actually met. A few years ago, I was still in uniform. Detective Sinclair.
Really? Terence called yesterday to say he was taking a yacht out with Haley in Georgia. That's his wife and daughter.
Daughter?
Georgia, she's 5. You said there was blood on the deck?
Look, it's possible that they stopped for a meal, there was an accident, they were forced to go ashore. I mean, we are checking the hospitals.
What about the dinghy? It's an inflatable.
No, there
usually.
was none found.
You said the sails were up when you located her. If Terence went ashore, he wouldn't have left the sails up.
Okay, so would you say Terence was an experienced sailor then?
Well, very. We've done Sydney to Hobart's together.
All right. And your relationship with Dr. Fisher is?
Ex-wife, but we're still friends. When we divorced, it wasn't too brutal, so we decided to keep the yacht and share it.
Excuse me. Yep, Christie.
Georgia wouldn't go anywhere without him.
They found him under one of the bunks. Listen, Jack, forensics are finished. They say that this blood is human.
Right.
They also found some blood here on the boom. Take a look at this. The radio handset, it's been wrenched out totally.
Is that like that before?
Of course, not one of us would have had that fixed. Someone's obviously pulled it out. Whoever's done this.
Look, it might pay to have a look around, see if there's anything else missing.
George's little life jacket's missing. Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? I mean, if they had time to put a jacket on.
Look, it might help if we knew a little bit more about this Dr. Fisher.
He's a scientist, an environmentalist. He lectures, he does the occasional TV interview. Look, I'd like to take him, if I may. When George is found, he'll be
Detective
the first
Christie?
thing she'll
Yeah.
Waterway's just called. They found the Free Spirit dinghy, but, there's no one on it.
Thanks. The boat crews are searching the area where the dinghy was found, Miss Hammond.
We should be using planes or choppers or something. There's a child out there.
Look, we've got no idea what's happened. We don't know whether on sea or land. We cannot justify the commitment of aircraft, not yet anyway. Your friends may not know that they've even been declared missing. We've got recreational, commercial vessels have been notified. We've got boats from 3 different water police stations out there. Everything that can be done is being done.
You mean everything that can be justified?
Look, I appreciate your concern in this matter, but believe me, we are experts in this field.
We've got nothing here, Sykesy. We're going to head out towards the point. Over.
Yeah, righto, copy that. Thanks, Sam.
Gav, if the dinghy was found all the way up there, what's the point of us looking all the way down here? The currents have been going that way all morning.
Look, Matt, I don't want to have to explain myself every time I make a decision here. All right, now trust me, the currents this side of the harbour are all our son. All right? Hang on. Yeah, there's something over there. You better get ready to go over.
So, Chop, is it her?
In the photo I was provided, unless she has a twin, yeah, it's Hayley Fisher.
Right, well, where's Dr. Fish and where's the daughter?
So you got a cause of death, Chop?
Can't say till I get it on the table. She's got this slight abrasion, left side of her head there. A few cuts and abrasions. Could be defence wounds, could be from the rocks. All appearances are that she drowned.
I just called your base. Oh, my God, who?
Hayley Fisher. We'll need a formal ID, but we believe it's her. There's still no sign of Dr. Fisher or the little girl.
What's happening? You found someone. My daughter?
Dr. Fisher?
I thought this, Gary Walden was just a harmless enthusiast. Every lecture I've given on ecology in the past year, he's been there. He's even chatted to me. He seemed fine. So when he turned up yesterday at the wharf, just as we were leaving, he turned up and he told me that he wanted to talk to me urgently.
You didn't wonder how he knew where you were?
No, I didn't. I never even thought.
So you were planning to have dinner on the harbour?
Yeah, Georgia, my daughter, was getting pretty restless, so I told Gary he could come with us and we could talk on the yacht. I mean, he seemed completely normal. So we get out on the harbour and he starts raving a bit.
Rave about what?
Chemicals, organophosphates, how awful the stuff is, how it's destroying the environment, and I could only agree with him. And he said he had an idea, he wanted to make a statement, he had a plan, and he wanted me to help him.
Okay, what plan was that?
He wanted me to expose the companies that are using these chemicals and explain how they were damaging the environment, how they were killing people. He said people would listen to me, and if they didn't listen, then he was prepared to fight poisons with poisons. It was some sort of eco-terrorism. By now I realised the guy is quite emotionally unstable, so I just told him he was talking to the wrong person. I told him I wanted him off my yacht.
Right, and then what?
Then he pulls a knife on me and he orders me to get into the dinghy. I mean, this was insane. I wasn't going to go. My wife was screaming. My little girl was crying, and then suddenly he grabs Georgia and he screams at me to get into the dinghy. He says I should be on his side. I should be supporting him. And I was, you know, I was worried what he might do to my little girl. So I got in. My wife goes completely berserk. He hits her. She falls backwards on the deck. He jumps into the dinghy with Georgia and takes off with us. I could see Hayley aboard the yacht. She was alive when we left. Anyway, so he takes me ashore somewhere bushy, lots of rocks. I'm pleading with him to give me Georgia. He's warning me not to go to the police. He says he won't harm Georgia if I don't go to the police. I tried to get the knife off him. He hit me. I remember him punching me. I slipped on the rocks. I fell. I blacked out. I wake up this morning and it's light. It takes me hours to find a road. I go home and no Hayley, no Georgia. No phone call from this Gary Walden.
So why did you go to Ms. Hammond's house?
She's a lawyer. I was frightened about what he would do to my little girl if I went to the police, so I thought Nerida would know what to do. Look, that's all I can tell you now. Will you please find my little girl?
Yeah, we're still searching for her, Dr. Fisher. Listen, I think you need to come to the station and help us with a face image of this Gary Walden. Yeah?
Listen, guys, this Gary Walden guy is going on about, okay? As far as we know, he doesn't even exist.
I have checked COPS, National Names Index for phone, electricity accounts, no electoral roll, driver's licence, nothing.
He's not even listed, okay? Not even anybody of that age group. Oh, in fact, no, there is somebody. One guy's in Turkey on holidays.
Hang on. I hate to have to break it to you people, but most kidnappers, right, don't use their real names.
Yeah, but his story is so far out. I mean, he invites this lunatic onto his yacht with his wife and his daughter. Then he ends up at Nerida's house. Maybe those two want to get back together.
So they killed his wife and his kid.
Oh.
I mean, that's pretty strange.
Tell me it isn't true.
We'll keep looking.
Tell us how Hayley felt about your ex-wife, Nerida Hammond.
As we explained, Dr. Fisher, this is procedure. We have a dead woman and a missing child, and we have to look at all the possibilities.
Well, how did your ex-wife and your second wife get along?
Oh, well enough. I don't suppose you could call them close.
But you and your ex-wife are?
Nerida and I have remained friends. Yes, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Did Hayley find anything wrong with it?
I don't know. She accepted it, I guess.
You have a key to your ex-wife's house. Does she have one of yours?
Yes.
Why did you have a shower at Miss Hammond's house?
I beg your pardon?
Well, you took a shower. I mean, your little girl is out there with a madman, right? And you take a shower.
I was cold, I was wet.
But Dr. Fisher, as a scientist, she would be aware that having a shower would have removed any evidence, yeah?
What evidence?
Well, we'll never know, will we?
How long's this going to take?
Detective Christey only just started the interview, sorry.
Interview? Formal interview? They just said they were doing a face image. Bloody hell.
Hammond! No, you can't go through it. Miss Hammond, stop! Miss Hammond, stop!
No, Miss Hammond, you can't come up here.
Yeah, I tried to
Is
stop
Jack
her.
Christey formally interviewing Terence Fisher?
Yes, he is.
You have no right to put him through that. Is he a suspect?
His wife died in suspicious circumstances. Obviously, he's going to want to
Does Terence Fisher have a lawyer with him?
Offered and declined. Well,
Declined because he's used to working with test tubes and microscopes. The man's an innocent. He's my client. I want to see him now.
Senior Sergeant, I don't think it's appropriate that Ms. Hammond represents Dr. Fisher.
What exactly is that supposed to mean? Oh. Oh, I'm a suspect too, am I? I suppose you think that Terence and I are colluding in, God knows what.
Listen, all we want to do is find the little girl, and then we will want to talk to you in due course.
In due course? Actually,
That's
now
right.
would be just fine. Get me in that room and ask me what you want now.
Do it.
When Dr. Fisher took the yacht out yesterday, what were you doing?
Yesterday. Let's see. I was up at 6, morning run, breakfast. I was in chambers at 8, in court at 10, client meetings until 6, an hour in the gym. I had a meal delivered at about 8:30, reading until 9:30.
And this morning?
Up at 6, morning run, breakfast, and then you people on my doorstep at 7:32.
That is very precise.
I'm a precise person.
OK, all right. Well, being precise, between the time that your meal was delivered and the time that we arrived at 7:32 a.m. this morning, can anyone...
Can anyone vouch as to my whereabouts? No, I don't have an alibi, I'm afraid.
Did you have contact yesterday with Dr. Fisher?
Yes, he called me to see if I didn't want the free spirit.
Why did you allow him to shower at your house? I mean, as a lawyer, you must know that this looked...
He was cold, he was in shock, shivering. I told him to get warm while I phoned the police.
So, what's the nature of your relationship with Dr. Fisher? I mean, you're his ex-wife, but you still share property, you have a key to each other's house. I mean, he calls you before he goes to the police. I mean, what's going on?
I can just imagine your interpretation of the facts, Detective.
Oh, yeah?
Predictable. Just like you were when you're on the stand as a constable. Predictable. I guess they must have lowered the standards for you to move up the ranks.
You volunteered to be interviewed.
So here's my statement. I did not see Dr. Fisher yesterday. I am not involved in a conspiracy to murder his wife or kidnap his daughter. Write that up and I'll sign it, and then perhaps we can stop wasting time and find Georgia.
Well, I've got plenty more questions, Miss Hammond.
You are cool. No. Look.
No, I was.
Yeah, look, you could have slapped her.
Uh-huh.
But you kept your cool, and that is very professional.
Knew she'd recognise me.
So what's this mean? You're over this grudge thing?
A grudge? I never had a grudge. I never had a grudge. Okay. I still think that Nereda's capable of anything, right? But I just don't believe that Terence Fisher is cold-blooded enough to kill his wife or hurt his little girl.
No, I agree. This Nereda, she's way too smart to be that sloppy.
Okay, so if they're telling the truth, that means that little girl is still out there with some weirdo.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Hello. Look, I've found a nice policeman, and he's going to take you back to Mummy.
Okay. Yep. Off you go.
Georgia.
You're lucky I don't sue the pair of you for emotional distress.
Dr. Fisher, you should know that there was a note found with your daughter. It was signed Gary Walden.
Is that your version of an apology?
Look, we're sorry for any hurt that's been caused. We'd like to know how you feel about Gary. Is he a ratbag, or is he serious, and is he competent? And is he capable of carrying out these threats?
Oh, he's capable. What are the threats?
He says he's going to poison Sydney Harbour.
Gav, this is pointless. I wouldn't know what organophosphate looked like if I had it in a milkshake.
Well, if you had it in a milkshake, you would be dead. But we're looking for what they told us in the briefing. We're looking for cloudy liquids coming out of outfalls and dead fish floating, that sort of thing.
Half a dozen litres, enough to kill a whole bay?
Right.
This bloke could have poured it in a storm water drain, walked home, and before we'd know it, he'd be sitting on the couch, watching television, listening to the head noises.
All right, this is Chopper's autopsy report. Looks like Hayley Fisher was struck by the yacht's boom. She fell in the water and drowned. Like an accident. Not a murder, Jack. An accident.
OK, so Gary Walden's still responsible. Do you think he's capable of poisoning a harbour?
Well, the lab guys I spoke to said 1 litre, it's just 2 of these. Full of the stuff would be enough to poison everything in the area the size of 4 Olympic swimming pools. I mean, you know, that's just 1 litre. God help us if he's got any more than that. It'll instantly kill all animal life in the area that seeps into fish, birds, insects, dogs, anything that comes into contact with. It'll get absorbed into the skin of any human being unlucky enough to be swimming in the area. Now, depending on the dose that they get, they become dizzy, suffer blurred vision, vomiting, convulsions, coma, and then death.
Why would you do it? Why?
Hey, guys. Forensics said that the note that Gary wrote came from a pad and it's left some small impressions on it. They've managed to lift the page before.
Let me guess. A shopping list?
No, it was a doctor.
Oh, yeah? Who?
His doctor, and he's waiting to talk to him.
Right, OK, let's go. Listen, the doc's ID'd this bloke from the face image. His name's Gary Forrest. That's the address. Need to get on the Meek, we'll need a warrant.
Yeah.
Behind your head, we're the police. Right, is your name Gary?
No, Gary's not here.
Who are you?
Peter Watson. I'm a palliative care nurse. I'm looking after Marilyn, Gary's mum.
Right, where's Gary?
He's gone down the shops.
Hey, Jack.
Take care of him.
Nurse?
No, he's coming.
You right?
My mother went the same way. That's the smell the little girl told us about. She's dying.
OK, I'll check the bedroom. OK, according to these papers we found in Gary's room, he's pretty upset with that Blair's Industries group.
Yeah, his mum used to work there. He thinks her cancer was caused by some chemicals the company made.
Righto, so do you think he's obsessed with them?
Oh, yeah. Particularly the last 2 or 3 weeks since his mum's gone down now.
OK, listen, we'll head over to Blair. Mick, do you want to hang here? Just keep a watch out if this Gary bloke turns up.
No worries, Jack. Look, I'll disperse them up and down the street a bit so they won't be seen. There you go, Michael Riley.
Peter Watson. Marilyn?
Yeah, let's go inside.
We received a threatening letter this morning from a Gary Walden.
Right, who we now know as Gary Forrest.
Yeah, I should have realised. Letter's quite lengthy and in parts actionable, in that he alleges we, quote, murdered our employees, unquote.
Did he say how?
Inefficient safety procedures some decades ago, when we were still involved in the manufacture of organophosphates.
Right, has this guy made any threats or demands?
Now, as you can see, it's fairly incoherent, but he does make a threat to poison Sydney Harbour unless we publish a confession in tomorrow's newspapers.
And you didn't feel it necessary to call us, call the police, no?
We get a lot of crank letters. Like all of them, this one was referred to our legal department for advice. It's not the first time we've heard from the Forrest family. His mother worked in our processing plant. 10 years ago, she took the company to court, alleging that her health had suffered as a result. The court found in our favour. Yeah, look, I'm sorry the woman's got cancer. Blair Industries didn't cause it.
OK, but her son is now making these threats, right? Is there any way that he can carry them out?
Mevin Phos, a fertiliser. Extremely toxic, no longer produced.
So you can't sell this anymore?
Can't get rid of it either. Can't dump it. We used to send it back to its country of origin for treatment, but not anymore. Last consignment, they returned to us. So, it sits here.
And?
5 days ago, we had a break-in. 4 drums were stolen.
4 drums of the stuff. What would you need to move that?
Did you see how those drums were stored? I could have stolen them myself with a ute and a 6-pack, you know? Oh, g'day, Darren.
G'day, Jack. You can call me Mad Dog.
Mad Dog?
Yeah, listen, Jack, about the price of the bike, she's not going to last, Jack.
Not right now, Darren. You know, I'm chasing this psycho that makes you look like a pussy.
No one makes me look like a pussy, Jack. Anyway, I'm psycho, any day of the week.
Right, Darren, I'll call you.
All right, Jack. All right.
Looks like our friends arrived. It's a white Holden ute. All right, the registration number matches the offenders.
Car's turned. He's heading back your way, Mick.
Gary Forrest, police, put your hands on the head. Put your hands on your head.
Take your hand off! Signal 1, officer down. Officer down. Just get after him, I'm all right.
Hey, Mick, you right?
Oh, no, not really.
How you
mate.
Can you get me to the hospital?
Hey, listen, did Gary get into the house? Did he see his mother?
No, he didn't. Why?
She's been sick since he was a kid, right? He's been nursing her for a long time. Now she's dying. There's no way he won't try and get back to see her.
One of us should stay here then, in the house.
Yeah, well, she'd be more comfortable with a woman, right?
Look, if we're going to use this guy's dying mum as bait, then I'll do it myself.
Okay.
You right, mate? Okay.
See ya.
Is that morphine?
Yeah, enough to kill you or me.
At this stage, it's just pain management.
So how long are we talking?
Anytime, really. I think she's ready to go. Have fun, eh?
Hello?
Gary, is that you?
Who's this?
Listen, this is Detective Sinclair from the Sydney Water Police.
Now listen to me. We are sitting
Here with your mum, and, mate, she hasn't got long.
Put her on, I want to talk.
No, I can't do that. We've had to up her medication. Now, she's really out of it. Now, listen.
You need to get here as soon as possible.
Look, she's been calling your name, okay? Gary, are you there? Listen to me. You tell me where you are.
And
I'll come straight there. I'll come and pick you up and we can sort this mess out. You listening to me, Gary? Gary?
I had to.
With these delusional types, you've got to keep them grounded. You should have told him straight away that his mother had passed away.
Well, it was only a brief conversation with him, Jeff. I think he was worried about a trace. He didn't give us much of a chance.
Right. Well, she's certainly got a green thumb, or his son has.
Please, step out of the car. Get out of the car. Come here.
I want to see my mother. Hey, back off him. Let me see my mother, please.
I'm sorry, Gary. I'm really sorry.
Mummy.
We're sorry, Gary, but it's over now. Tell us where the drums are, so no one else has to suffer like she did.
They're in the harbour. The tops are off. They're safe now, but when the tide comes in...
Tell us where they are, mate.
Their industries never showed her any consideration, any respect. They talk to me, then I'll tell you.
Where are they, mate?
I need them to show respect. There's a woman, Robin Palmer. I want to talk to this Palmer woman face to face.
We can't do that.
High tide's in 3 hours.
Let's keep the peace, Dr. Fisher. You miserable bastard.
I just wanted his help. Didn't want to hurt anybody.
Just there.
It took this to get you to see me.
I was bound to act on the advice of our lawyers. I realised this could seem uncaring.
I just want to hear you admit that your workers like my mum, were being poisoned by the chemicals they were handling.
You must understand I can't admit that.
So your chemicals are safe?
Handled properly, yes.
I'm talking to a computer here. You got a mother? My mother turned 50 last week. She looked like an old woman. She had cancer of everything. Lungs, but she never smoked. Liver, but she never drank. And she wasn't alone. Friends of hers who worked at your factory, they went the same way. The last of the shift, she called herself. And you use the law to delay and delay. You wait till they die, and then you bury the evidence. And now, a little girl has lost her mum because of me, because I wanted to make you all hear.
We introduced better procedures. Too late for some. By the time we knew for certain...
But you'd never say that in court, though, would you? Greenwich. At the coal loader. They're under the pier.
Got something here, Matt. Yeah? PKG Sydney Water Police, this is the police launch Nemesis.
Go ahead, Nemesis.
We've located 2 drums. It appears the offender has left the lids intact. We'll be waiting for the disposal team. Over.
Nice one, Michael.
Go, Woodsy.
Come on, Woods.
Listen, you know when you lied to Gary about his mum? I didn't agree with it.
Neither did I.
Are you free for an hour?
Huh?
Come here. Oh. Sure.
So what did old Mad Dog set you back for that?
Oh, about 12 grand.
Oh, you're kidding.
You should come for a ride someday.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah. In fact, he threw in a couple of helmets.
What now?
Well, I don't know, maybe you're a bit nervous about this.
Oh, don't you worry about me, Jack Christie. Grew up around motorbikes, Grandad's farm.
Oh, right. What
Nice
do you think?
jacket.
My
That's
mum
a
gave it
shocker.
to me.
I thought your mum hated bikes.
Oh, well, yeah, something like that.
Righto.
She knitted this herself.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Right?
Righto.